Today, we're just going to get right into it as your favorite talking head does his best to keep his promise. That's right, I read a book. I'm going to review it. Just happens to be I'm a Fan by Sheena Patel, debut single novel. She's written with other people before, but this is her first solo try. And I honestly am a fan of I'm a Fan. Hi, I'm your host, Chris Humphrey. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm just another talking head doing my best to get my opinion out there because I think it matters to somebody and because I really want you to read this book. And in my new wiggly chair, this one just happens to be I'm a Fan by Sheena Patel. And right off the bat, I'm going to give you the score. It's an 8.5. It's not perfect, and it's way better than that. It's actually really good. It's an A plus, uh, and I'm going to tell you why because of my new format. What some people aren't going to like is that it might just be a little too neurotic, a little too crazy for you. Some people may not like this utter craziness and the jumping with words and how zany and it is in modern millennial love stories and struggles of a 30-year-old dating and culture and patriarch. Might just be some people might not like it, but I loved it. I thought it was very funny. I thought it was up to date with how we treat cultures and dating and racism and the patriarch. Right, we are in one, unfortunately, even though women rule the world. But online dating and in real life, how things need to change, and this is a testament to her writing because there was lots of things where she takes digs at social media and our presence on social media and dating with social media and just what's it like to be alone as an elder millennial, as I'll say. And she hits the nail on the head. Is that how you say that expression? I don't know. But it's just so neurotic. The way that it was written and it came at you like fist over face or face over fist or whatever you want to call it. And not fisting, but you know what I mean. The writing was just so in your face that I was like, oh, it caught me off guard, but it was funny. And that's what made this book a very interesting read. And I encourage everybody to go out there and pick up a copy so that you can see just how clever you can be when you write characters that are so insane, stalking people online, exes, and things like that. And I'm fidgeting my chair because it excited me a bit, just how some of the words would be bolded and in your face with it. It felt like modern poetry, but better modern poetry. Than anything I've read in a while. Like I said, some people just aren't going to like that. It's a little neurotic and a little psycho path, but it just shows you that the world is such a psycho path, and that's her talent as a writer. Yeah, she takes digs at dating and being alone and modern society. That's been done, but her satire on the politicalness of dating now was spot on, and I thought it was charming. I know it's not supposed to, but just the clever way she wrote it, and the clever presence at hand was just an utter delight to see. It was a page turner for me because it was so in my face that I was like, oh my goodness. I read it quickly, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I still remember uh, a lot of the big, bold, in your face letters from when she's like, emailing and talking and that, and I utterly loved it. Don't don't take my word as gospel. Go out there and read it. Go out there and pick it up. See if you like that kind of thing. Maybe you don't like these it's hard to date type of romance novels, but making fun of um, a political climate and making making light of, unfortunately, sexual violence and things like that, because it still is, unfortunately, a man's world, and sometimes the man's word, um, unfortunately, weighs heavy on women, and this is just definitely a clever way take on society and norms and trying to change that, right? And we should, really, but that's a longer battle. But Miss Patel does a fantastic job. To Miss Patel, if you're ever out there, please keep writing. You are a lot of fun, and that's hard to do in writing and in medium. It's hard to be funny, and a lot of people will be like, she's not that very funny. I'm like, well, watch the style, and if you read this book, and if you're trying to learn how you can be so neurotic and a bit of a psychopath, and you want to write like a psychopath, this might be the perfect book to get a character. It's a character study of how people talk and how people walk through life and love, and uh, are still racist today and still sexist today. And it's a bit of a character study. And if you want to write a character as clever and you're struggling new writer, this might be the perfect book for you to read. It's something new. It's something fresh, especially with the way she's in your face with her her neurotic ways. Man, her writing was just so clever, and I'm gonna have to read it again when I get my copy in the mail. That's not on a Kindle. It'll be in my hand. That's right. I paid for a copy because I just want to see if it's as cleverly done on paper as it is on the Kindle. Um, I, do I need to tell you what it's about? It's really about a modern lady struggling with dating and life, and how social media has kind of ruined dating and life at hand. So that's the best way to describe it, and how she sometimes appreciates being alone, sometimes doesn't. How she sometimes stalks people online, and then sometimes she doesn't. Basically, it's Miss Patel calling for changes on how we deal with society and the patriarch, and it's just go in there knowing that you may not like that it's there's a lot of bold letters and some neurotic uh, type of writing, but laugh at it because she's making fun of society, and it's I felt it was true. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, and maybe I'm neurotic myself, but I just liked that it was just bold letters randomly, and then uh, cut to the paragraphs. I think it really picks up about at the halfway point there, where she gets into a little bit of mischief. And I don't want to spoil much, but you can see I'm a fan. I'm a fan by Sheena Patel. Please go out there and read it. Let me know what you think of it down below. Let me know what you think of me. Let me know what you're reading so I can get out there and read along with you. Let's form an online book club. Let's go, everybody. Read more. Please keep reading. And Miss Patel, please keep writing. You are a lot of fun. I love you guys. If you don't know what I'm going to say by now, you should hang up. But ciao. Bom dia, boa tarde, and boa noite. Producer, play my music. Sorry I ramble.